Tariffs, particularly the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930, contributed to the Great Depression by worsening economic conditions in several ways. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff significantly raised tariffs on over 20,000 imported goods, making foreign products more expensive in the U.S. In response, other countries imposed their own tariffs on American goods, leading to a sharp decline in international trade. Before the tariff, American farmers and manufacturers relied on selling goods overseas. When other nations retaliated, U.S. exports fell by over 60%, hurting businesses and farmers already struggling with low prices. With fewer exports, American companies saw reduced demand, forcing them to lay off workers. Many businesses, especially in agriculture and manufacturing, went bankrupt, further deepening the economic downturn. The tariff worsened an already fragile global economy, deepening the depression worldwide. Many countries, including European nations, were already in debt from World War I and relied on trade with the U.S. to recover. The lack of trade meant less economic activity, worsening bank failures and unemployment. By restricting cheaper foreign goods, tariffs raised prices for consumers, reducing their purchasing power when they were already struggling. While the depression had multiple causes, such as stock market crashes and banking failures, tariffs made it worse by shrinking global trade, harming businesses, and increasing job losses. Many economists believe that instead of protecting American industries, the Smoot-Hawley tariff prolonged and deepened the Great Depression.
The market crashed, the banks ran dry. People lost their jobs, and we all asked why. The farms were failing, the factories too. Then they raised those tariffs, boy, they made it blue. Oh, Smoot-Hawley, what did you do? You built a wall, but the trade fell through. Prices rose and jobs were lost, now we're all paying the cost. It was 1929, the world turned gray, but those big shot leaders still made us pay. Protect our workers, protect our land, but the world stopped buying, don't they understand? Oh, Smoot-Hawley, what did you do? You built a wall, but the trade fell through. The factories closed, the layoffs spread, and people stood in line for bread. Now I hear them talking about tariffs again, saying it helped, but where have they been? We've seen this movie, we know the end. If we shut out trade, we lose again. The banks will shake, the jobs will fall, the stores will close, we'll lose it all. History's knocking loud and clear, but will they listen or close their ears? Oh, Smoot-Hawley, what did you do? Built a wall, but the trade fell through. If we don't learn from what went wrong, we'll be singing this same old song. So if you build that wall too high, just remember trade don't fly. A lesson learned the hard way through, hope history don't repeat on you.
Oh, Smoot-Hawley, what did you do? You built a wall, but the trade fell through. Prices rose, and jobs were lost. Now we're all paying the cost. Factories closed, the layoffs spread. And people stood in line for bread. If we don't learn from what went wrong, we'll be singing this same old song. Now I hear them talking about tariffs again. Saying, it'll help, but where have they been? We've seen this movie, we know the end. If we shut out trade, we lose again. So if you build that wall too high, just remember, trade don't fly.
I hope reasonable heads prevail.